on my wall saying that you better turn around. Wouldn't be the first to try to burn me down. Your move, you do. Would you love me at my worst? Till the coffins in the dirt try to break me like a curse. You know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd. I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you'll just take it out. A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. Could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're just taking sides. A haunted, haunted, I'm a haunted house. My words till the coffins in the third. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion.
Hello, ETSU. Welcome back to Rocket League Gold Playoffs. I'm joined here with Skyline in the booth. We've got a good one today.
We do indeed, Carson. We got the championship match of Varsity Plus. Your ETSU boys playing against Mizzou. A match that they had earlier this season, ended up winning it 3-0. So they're looking to take it back strong after another sweep actually in the playoffs to lead them here. So they have been looking strong so far, and they're looking to continue that as a shot going on target, but a little bit too high for Mizzou.
The strike has not been higher. This gun going to be a best of 7, of course, because this is a championship game as we see a demo coming on out. ETSU color swap here. ETSU is actually in the orange. Mizzou black rocking the blue this game around. We'll be flipped here in a second, but the boys looking to get themselves another sweep, hopefully, but it is a finals. Anything can kind of happen in this realm.
Yeah, I also just realized the scoreboard's not really working with us again. It's stuck on the 5 minutes, so we won't be able to tell the time, but realistically, we should be able to know the goals as that looks like a little bit of fix here. There we go. So at least we'll know now. Remember, ETSU in the orange and Mizzou in the blue. Strong start for them as we've seen some counterattack pressure, but not much coming of it as it's just kind of back and forth right now as a bang goes downfield back onto that Mizzou half. Shot going on target, but a good save is going to clear out. Another shot going on target for ETSU. And a lot of pressure right now, but they just can't capitalize. That Mizzou defense is just too strong.
Defense is too strong, but almost another shot through, but it will be a shot from Dylan out in midfield, scoring the first shot for ETSU.
Even Achilles has his weakness, and right there, they struck the heel just right, just being able to find that passing play off the backboard and a wide open net for two cool ninjas to put that one through. So a little bit under, or around a minute and a half in, and we are 1-0 up for ETSU, already off to a strong start for this one.
Exactly how you want to start things. Back in we go again, and ETSU already mounting more pressure. Fighting for control over in the corner. It'll be a pass up towards Dylan, but it doesn't get intercepted in the air, but he does get on top of it. It'll be a clear up and away. He's trying to bounce towards midfield. Going to try to use that backboard to his advantage. Not going to be able to, though. So Joe keeps it in line. That'll be Rookie taking the shot. It's off just ever so slightly to the left. Mizzou holds on for a little bit longer and finally gets themselves a clear.
ETSU has been doing so good at keeping on that blue half, as we see again and going right back. And Mizzou trying to create the counterattack here as the pass is going out on that sidewall. Not much come over this. It just goes right back to ETSU. Just back and forth ping pong match. We saw this before last week, but again, with the results that we had last week, ETSU having a perfect sweep to get here in this championship match, not dropping a single game or a single goal. Something they might be trying to do here again, as two Ninjas trying to play it in quick but can't get the read, as Mizzou again trying to play it back onto that orange half. A pass coming out middle, but no one there to shoot it.
No one there indeed, but now Mizzou's turn. They're going to have, or try to get control of it towards mid, but it'll be not Joe who gets it past one. Battle back at midfield once again. Both teams send it back and forth. Like you said, it is a giant ping pong match so far. That'll be a loose shot on goal. Dylan making an easy save up close. So now he's going to have to be forced to make another save. It's right off the crossbar, though. It's ETSU saved on that one, and finally they're able to clear it out and away. Almost a shot that goes through from Dylan there. Gallic that gets on top of it, and the demo coming out. ETSU's chance here is Rookie trying to dribble it home, but not able to. ETSU put up really good pressure here.
ETSU's pressure has just been so strong. We've seen it all game, and it just continues to amount as the demo is finally coming out. Something that we see them usually take a strong advantage of, but haven't seen much of this game until now. So they're looking to keep that press right onto this blue half. Ball going to the sidewall. Right there is Joe. He's trying to play back into the middle, but Rookie's going to recover it. Taking his time trying to get a setup, but a good challenge from Joe Gallich, actually. It's going to be loaded. Joe and Joe on separate teams. Which one's going to be the better? As we all know, the ETSU Joe is obviously the better one. As Tuco Ninjas trying to get into the fray here, as he gets past one, gets it past another. Now 1v1 opportunity, but can't get it past the last man, as a diving save is going to keep it out of their net just for now.
It's centered now towards not Joe, but he takes the shot. Saved by T2, though. ETSU, just constant pressure here. Mizzou finally getting a chance to get one up and ahead, but it's a good 50 in the air. Going to send this down towards Dylan. Almost able to clear it with the help of not Joe. Now finally able to get it up and away, but the 50 goes the way of Mizzou. They got a minute left, and they're trying to make something happen here now. Off and across towards a teammate. Mizzou sends it, but nothing's going to happen with that. Finally, it's Murgaru trying to center it, but it's a good 50 from Rookie, keeping this one out and away, out of midfield. It's a shot from T2. It's a loose one, though, as ETSU's easily able to save that one. Now off back wall, trying to set up a good chance here. Good block from the side of Mizzou, and they're keeping strong.
Keeping strong indeed, as we see another shot going off or going on target, but Tuco Ninjas there to recover it. And this pressure now mounting for Mizzou, as they're finally, for ETSU, able to get it out. But Mizzou again cutting off that midfield, trying to keep control of it as long as they can. But they can't really do much of it, as that ball has not hit the back of the net yet for them. And almost right there, one going through, as another shot going on target, but Joe with a great save. And now here comes this attack. Joe trying to take a 50 low, Rookie playing for it. He gets the flick, but it's not enough. 15 seconds remain. This is to take game one of the series. A strong start for either of these teams, whoever is able to win it. As Rookie now playing upfield for the pass, but Joe on the Mizzou half is going to clear it back into his own corner. Can't really keep it out. Mizzou, they have to get it back onto the other half if they want to have a chance, and they can't. ETSU Gold striking first in game one of this best-of-7 series going to them. They're starting off strong, Carson.
They are starting off strong indeed. 1-0 win, making sure Mizzou can't even touch the back of the net in the first game. It's exactly how you want to start things. Of course, hoping to get a little bit more than that in this game. But, I mean, there was so much offensive pressure from ETSU in this one. Mizzou really didn't have a chance to breathe for much of the game.
I mean, whenever you're attacking that midfield and keeping as much control of it as you can't really do much on the opponent half, and that's exactly what ETSU was doing. They were controlling that mid-half, attacking that ball, challenging it, playing good saves on defense, too. You can't forget about even when Mizzou got their opportunities. Those opportunities were null and void, as the defense was just too strong for ETSU, and it's just a great start you want to ask for. It was only a 1-0 win, but a win's a win at the end of the day, and that's what they're looking for. Just 3 more to go.
It goes into the win column. Now, yeah, ETSU all over this one, and they look like they're in full form of this one. I'm sure it's the high spirits, of course. Like you mentioned before this one started, we kind of flew into this one, but coming off of a sweep last game, last opponent didn't even score a point. It was a beautiful win, to say the least. It's just high hopes coming into this one, and it looks like they're keeping that pressure up. They are not looking to drop anything.
Yeah, the team chemistry just looked really insane
Yes.
recently from the games, from even outside the games. We even got to saw it while they were scrimming today. They are just all about, the love, the chemistry, everything in between. And so far, it is transitioning into their gameplay, as you see how strong they have been. As we're going to get this one going, the scoreboard working. Yeah. We got everything going, and finally, let's get some more Rocket League going into Game 2 of this Best of 7 for your ETSU Gold Championship match.
It'll be ETSU with a good touch here towards midfield. The orange once again now. Mizzou finally able to get a clear, though. It's Rookie who will fall on top of it. Gets it past Not Joe's own team, and it forces Dylan to make a save. It's a good touch for Mizzou. They're going to keep this pressure up once more with the help of T2. Not Joe finally able to clear it, and a good bump from Dylan. Able to help ETSU try to get this one up and away. It will not be enough. Finally, Not Joe, a good steal, and it's going to fall off the backboard. That'll be all it's going to fall off of. He's going to try to take it himself towards midfield, but it'll be Megaru with no boost off the wall, able to take it up and away.
Mizzou keeping control now as a flick going over one, but Rookie still able, waiting for that pass. He does. Ends up getting 50 by Meg, though. Two cool ninjas in an awkward spot. That ball's just floating in front of the net. The crossbar saving the day, but not enough, as it couldn't move down enough to save that one. It's just a high shot. No one able to play it, unfortunately, for ETSU goal. And the first goal they've allowed in over a week for NACE. But it's going to be one that they'll want to get back. Still plenty of time to get this one going, though.
Still plenty of time, and that is so unfortunate. There were two, I believe it was Nacho and Dylan, both clumped up there at the bottom. Both went for a save down low, and there's nothing they could do about that high shot. Looking to return quickly, though. It's Mizzou here. Stolen by Rookie. He's going to try to take it forward. Cannot get it past the one. Now Dylan has to clear it up towards midfield. Ja decides to dribble himself up and away, but it'll be Joe Gallic that is able to take on top of this one. I cannot still get over the two Joes. It is Battle of the Joes. That is too much. As it'll be our Joe now getting this one up and away.
I might just have to start saying ETSU Joe and Mizzou Joe. I think that's the only way to really keep it clear, because if not, we might get a little bit of confusion out on our half, but everyone else's half, maybe even the players. Who knows? But even so, Tuco Ninja's trying to play that one back in as he does, and again, this pressure just mounting so strong. Every single time Mizzou, it looks like they get the ball onto the sidewall, someone's just there to challenge for ETSU. They're trying to ensure that no more shots go on target as that one gets thrown too high. The passing plays are coming out, though. This might be a three-man play, but no one able to get it through for Mizzou. So that's going to be right back for ETSU on the counterattack. Joe taking it slow, gets it past one. Meg able to get a good 50. That ball's floating in front of the net, and Rookie just not able to reach it there in time. So it's going to go right back into Mizzou's hands. They're taking it up the wall, off the 50. Now here comes ETSU taking their time. A little bit slow, as it's just going to be stuck on their half, and a bang going to come out, but it's not going to be much, as that's just going to fall right back into the hands of this Mizzou team.
Mizzou has been much more disruptive this game than they were last game. ETSU trying to set something up. Joe for Missouri has to make a save this time around, though, as now he's trying to take it out himself. Rookie, though, now along the top wall, going to try to get it down and around, but it's Megaru who gets on top of it. So Missouri now trying to strike with an attack, although it may not be anyone there. There's no one at midfield to capitalize on top of that one. It's Rookie who's going to try to dribble this one out in the way. He's able to, and the help with Not Joe, but it's a pinch goes the way of Missouri Black. Now they may be able to get something going off this. It's a pass towards midfield. There is Joe Gallic at midfield, ready for it, but he can't get the double touch he wants off of it. So they're not going to get the shot they want. ETSU finally will be able to clear this along the side wall. It is sent towards midfield, though. It's Dylan with a bump, trying to get on top of this one. He's the last one back, trying to drop it into the goal, but it's not going to go down. It's ETSU finally getting some good pressure up here going, but Mizzou looking to flip it quickly.
Yeah, and I actually just got word this isn't actually the black team. This is their gold team, which is the team that we lost to 2-3 earlier in the season. So this is actually a revenge match going on for this championship, as Mizzou Gold now going for a wide open net. It's a slow roller. Is it going to go in? It's right off, but unfortunately for ETSU, that one is going to be right in the net, as no one was able to get back in time. So that's going to be hard to come back from. You're still up 1-0 in this series, but the game being down 2-0, still a minute and a half remaining. We've seen more impossible things happen, but they got to get the ball rolling quick.
I know it's got to be quick strikes here for ETSU in this kickoff. So important. Looks like it's going to go the way of Mizzou, though. They get a touch they want. Nacho steals it well, goes for a 50 with T2 in the air, but nothing's going to come of it. Now it's Joe Gallic with a shot. It's almost on target, but it's a great save from Rookie. Keeps that one out in the way. They get another shot, but T2 misses on that one ever so slightly, and it doesn't fall low enough. ETSU has to clear this one out and away. Only a minute left. They've got to get something going. It's Rookie, a pass down towards Not Joe. Intercepted at the last second by T2. What a great play. Mizzou hangs on for this one, trying to keep their end of the shutout going.
Mizzou doing a great job right now of keeping control of the field, as something that we haven't really seen ETS do that they're strong at but just have been kept getting denied is just the passing plays. They have such good team chemistry, but whenever the passing plays just keep getting shut down over and over again, you can't really exploit that team chemistry because then you're relying on your solo plays. And ETSU has good solo plays, but Mizzou's also doing a good job of shutting those down as well. So they got to try to figure something out. Maybe get some more bumps going, something we saw last game that opened a little room. But right now that door is shut unless they can creak it wide open and force their way in. But right now, there comes a demo out, but it's a little bit too far from the net as it's going to be floating in the midfield. The shot not on target as Meg able to play the save. Only 10 seconds remains. ETSU, if they want a chance at this game, they got to score right now. That's their only chance. Here comes the passing plays off to the backboard. Here comes it. ETSU, they have a chance, but a good diving save from Mizzou just to keep it out. And that ball's going to hit the ground. Mizzou takes game 2. We are tied 1-1 in this series.
Back at it. This one, you can already tell, is going to be a back and forth match. Both these teams are out for blood. Of course, did confirmation this. We were wrong about the team that this is Mizzou's gold team, and they did win. Was it 3-2? I believe earlier in the season.
Mizzou did win 3-2.
Yes. So, and I mean, even that one was a back and forth competitive match, just like this one is going to be, as we saw there. So I'm looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, I am too. Like I said, they've been doing a good job of creating the space. It's just Mizzou's doing a better job of the defense right now. They were able to readjust after game 2. They saw what was going on in game 1 that kind of allowed them to create that space and get more of the opportunities that we saw in this game. So they're going to be looking to continue that. ETSU, if they want to rebound on this and regain, they need to ensure that they're trying to play around that. They realize the mistakes that Mizzou's making and take advantage. Because Mizzou, while they're playing good, they have made a lot of mistakes that ETSU just not capitalizing on like we have seen them in the past that they're able to do.
I think that comes in part is Mizzou has been trying a lot of triple passes on this. They have been working all 3 players to the maximum, trying to disrupt ETSU as much as possible, make them go off on something that ETSU would not normally do. They're playing a little bit safe here, trying to play off the 1-2 or 1-2 pass, just trying to play it quickly. Has not been working so far. Of course, it worked the first game, but Mizzou came out with something different, and now it's the ETSU's turn to adapt. It was Mizzou's turn last game, and they did a good job. Now it's our turn as we get underway. Maybe not, Joe. It's a good kickoff for ETSU, and they're trying to get a play off the backboard. Now they get the offensive zone to themselves. It hangs in midfield. It's almost a great play from Rookie, but ends up disrupting instead. Nobody else at midfield to make the play. Mizzou now going to try to center this towards midfield. It's Megaru. He tries to take it himself, and it's a flip from the top, and he gets on top of it. They are up quick, 1-0.
Just taking advantage of, the solo play right there is just great. Joe, he played it right. He was playing for the force, but Meg just able to read it as Meg didn't have any boost, so he kind of had to play for either throw it into Joe and hope a 50 came out of it that was good enough for him, or just play the fake and hope that no one was there for the read for the second man, and that's exactly what happened for Mizzou. So great play from them, and another passing play right on that back line. Mizzou looking strong to start off this game 3 as they have just not slowed down since last game.
Not slowed down at all. That one coming off a kickoff, and honestly, I think we can chalk that one up to a little bit of unlucky. Kickoff not going the way you want to, and they just kind of struck perfectly on that one. A perfect bounce, exactly what they needed. But this one now, going the way of ETSU, Nacho is able to get on top of it. Megaru sets himself up well to send it towards midfield, but he's going to be playing a little bit of defense now. Dylan does get it past him, but it'll be the help from Mizzou's Joe that comes on top of that one. He's now going to have to get a clear, but it's a 50. Goes his way. Now Magaru ends up missing it, letting it fall towards midfield, but not Joe. Another good 50 as it hangs at midfield. Rookie gets to it first. Going to try to get it towards the front of the goal, but nothing going to happen there. ETSU getting a little bit of good pressure here, but still wants to see a little bit more.
Pressure indeed amounting for ETSU as we see passing play coming out there. Again, Mizzou just shutting it down immediately as they're realizing these passing lanes and getting into them before anything can really happen for ETSU. So they got to try something else as a dunk coming out from his own teammate. And now the counterattack ensuing for ETSU. The one misses. It's a 2v1 situation for ETSU. Just a barely touch for the Mizzou Joe. And he's going to get it right back to another teammate. A great defensive stop as the Mizzou defense still holding strong like a brick wall. And right now no one can find how to get through it or even over it, as it doesn't look like the ladder is intact to get over and climb through.
So close. Mizzou, or ETSU, putting up great pressure there for a little instance. Almost a goal comes through, but Mizzou had a good save and almost good pressure once again. But Mizzou's Joe coming through once again. He gets a good demo as well. This could be Mizzou's chance to strike once again. They're going to try to pinch it off the corner. Can't get on top of it. Well, ETSU will be the ones falling on top of it. Not Joe making one miss. Now there's only one left back to beat, and Dylan tries to get it past, but can as Megaru gets a good touch. Does end up seeing that corner boost as well, so Mizzou going to be in control of this one, or so I say, as Rookie gets a good hit there. It does falter his midfield. Mizzou finally does gain the control that they had. Now Dylan going to try to walk this himself in the air towards the goal, but it's 3 members for Mizzou, all stacked on top of each other, all on top of the ball, but ETSU can't really do anything with it.
Speaking of control, something that ETSU hasn't really done a great job of right now, it looks like they're just trying to keep it on that blue half. They're being forced out of their orange, and right now it's just being thrown right back. They need to keep more control. They got to keep that ball closer to them if they want to create the plays, but right now it's just a little bit of panic balls. The shot going on target, they know what's going on. They know the stakes of this championship. And another shot going on for Mizzou, and that one's just going to fall through off a great passing play. Not much you can do there, just unfortunate. The play coming out from Ninjas into Joe, but not able to get a good 50, and T is just going to be right there for the read, and a great drop down for him.
He's just set up so perfectly for that one. Mizzou going up 3-0 here in game 3. This one, with 2 minutes left, not insurmountable, but there is a hill to climb for ETSU. They got to get some good offensive pressure. They got to try to start something new here. Cannot go with what they have been doing, and this looks like they're getting a little bit of pressure going here. Nacho breaks through for a second, and with the help of Dylan, does get it all the way through. It hangs in front of midfield, but it's saved by Megaru at the last second. Nobody quick enough to get on top of it. Now it's Mizzou's turn to get some pressure going. Maybe Dylan will be able to get on top of this with the help of Rookie. He is, and the 50 goes their way as they are able to clear it up and about. Now Megaru sends it back down. Joe for Mizzou will be the one to return this one as he sends it towards midfield. Nacho keeps it out of the goal, but it hangs in such a dangerous area. ETSU, though, is able to clear it. Nobody able to capitalize. And 1:30 left, not much time at all.
3 goals remaining, a minute and a half, an average of 30 seconds per goal. Something they got to get done now as Rookie. He's going to be playing on that back line, trying to take control. Something that, again, I talked about earlier, they need to do more of, which was a good shot for Joe, and Joe slots that one top left. We still got time, and a great play. Rookie leaving it for Joe off the pass. Joe getting the dust over the other Joe. I think we know which Joe beats one over the other after
We just found out who's the better Joe. Right there. What a crazy goal, and getting demoed at the end. That was a literal just toss at the goal and a perfect placement. ETSU gets themselves back into this one. Still 2 left to go to tie it up. But a minute left is plenty of time. It's a pass across midfield. It goes a little bit too far. ETSU not able to do much with it. Nacho drops it at midfield, but Rookie set up well. He may be able to get this through, and nobody gets up on top of it from Missouri, and it's a good shot.
Missouri, they look strong. I mean, they've been looking strong all day, but now you kind of realize the situation you're in after just the great plays. And Carson, I got a quick question. Can cows fly? Because I think they know how high the stakes are right now.
Yes, they can. Well, sometimes. But still 50 seconds left and still 1 more goal to go. But ETSU has all the momentum and pressure that they need as Nacho sets it up at midfield. It's a good save from Missouri. They're making sure this one can't hang any longer, but ETSU is set up well. That is a fantastic clear from Joe, but a better 50 from our Joe in the air. Oh, touch miss there just at the last second. The net was open, but it's Dylan makes the save for him and gets that goal. We're all tied up.
ETSU, they might be down by a hat trick, but they can get their own right back. They don't need as much time as Mizzou did. Mizzou took 3.5 minutes. We only need 1. A great play, exactly 1 actually,
yeah.
as we were talking about it. So 3-3 anyone's game, and Mizzou looking a little shaken up, a little shaken, not stirred in this bar that we're hopping at right now, but unfortunately they don't want to leave, as right now we have all the pressure onto their half as ETSU going strong on it once again. Here comes the flip, but actually goes under and can't get the read. So Joe now playing on that back half, gets a good 50. Counter attack and swing for ETSU, a good 50 for Joe. Or sorry, for actually Dylan, as he takes it. Joe now trying to play it under. That one's going to go off the wall. Here's the chance. Can anyone keep it up for ETSU? Unfortunately for Two Cool Ninjas, he tried to, but that's going to hit ground. And we have our first official overtime, Carson. It's anybody's game.
It is anybody's game. Plenty of time now. Actually, infinite time, technically, until that first goal. Or is there actually a time limit on it? I'm curious. Does it just go forever?
It's golden goal.
That is crazy.
It can go for as long as, like, infinity, pretty much. Just any goal will happen. As long as the first goal happens, that's who wins.
Whatever can happen. We've seen a couple of these this season. Although they've kind of been all over the place. ETSU going to look to get on top of this one, but it's been Mizzou pressure so far. As Mizzou Joe going to try to center this towards midfield. He is able to, but it's Rookie who gets on top of it. Reads it really well and sends it over towards Dylan. He's got no boost, but it will be not Joe on top of it and sends it home. And I heard that all the way from the arena through the wall. Nacho so excited about that one. What a beautiful goal. Beautiful pass and beautiful goal.
They call them a playing, passing, chemistry-making machine, and you see why. Just the amazing plays coming out. Mizzou tried to do it themselves with a passing play, but an unfortunate read for their second man. But our second man in Joe, he shows why he's the better Joe of the two, and he shows why he's here to show out. Down 3-0, less than a minute and a half remaining, and right back into it, sending it to overtime, and ETSU Gold now in a 2-1 series lead, Carson. There is so much on the line for these teams, and right now ETSU making it look easy even after starting a little slow.
I know. That is 4 in a row for ETSU that game. They did not. They dropped those first 3 goals, and from there, like, nah, we got no more of that. No more of that. Perfect play from ETSU, and that I'm looking for some more of that looking at the next game. Because, of course, at the start of that game, I was a little scared because it looked exactly like the second game. I was like, oh, we're doing this again. But, I mean, after that, it was just... I don't know. It was like a dial switch, and they were like, nah, no more of this. We're going to switch this up. And they did start playing a little different. They played a little bit more solo ball, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, the 2 goals off to start for Mizzou, like within the first 20 seconds, kind of looked like, you know, a little scary, like you said, going into it. And then you get going a little bit more. Another minute later, they get a 3rd goal, and it's like, okay, still plenty of time. But, you know, they got to start get the ball rolling. They got to change something up. And that is exactly what they did. Mizzou looked like they were faltering a little bit of their own as just the pressure got to them. They knew that they were up. And, you know, whenever you kind of get up in series, especially when you're up in like a 3-0, 2-0 series, and you think to yourself, we can't get reverse luck. You know, you can't drop a game. You don't want to lose. And then because you get in your own head, that messes with you, and you end up getting reverse luck. Exactly what just happened to Mizzou. They got in their own heads, and that's something that ETSU exactly took advantage of, and they are going to take this lead in the series.
Momentum completely flipped once again. ETSU back in the driver's seat of it, although it's a shot from Megaroo, and it sneaked its way there in, just in the left corner, barely eking its way in. Oh my goodness, Rookie was all over that, just not able to keep that one out. Oh, so close. But ETSU is going to go down in this one, and that is just an unlucky shot. And honestly, I'll commend them. That's a good shot from Mizzou. That is just a good shot low. But ETSU has to bounce back now.
Just didn't have any boost and was forced to try to, you know, just make a blind dive and guess. It's like a PK. Whenever the goalie sitting on the goal line just has to dive and guess where it's going for. Exactly what he had to do, and he got his fingertip on it, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to keep it out. So Mizzou taking the lead of this one. A demo almost coming out on the back line, but ETSU standing strong. Here comes Rookie. He's going up the sidewall, but gets dusted by Mizzou Joe. That one's now going to be left in the midfield, but no one hitting it. A double commit coming out for ETSU, and the pressure amounting for them actually as now a counterattack coming right back as it was a little bit too much of an overcommit. And ETSU, they're trying to get confidence, something that we saw last week, that whenever their confidence is up, they are hard to beat, but it is hard to get your confidence up when Mizzou is just throwing everything in the kitchen sink at your net, and you're forced to throw everything right back at it to keep that ball out.
Got to gain some footing first, and ETSU kind of lost theirs for a second there, but they're able to keep it out of the net, and that's all you can really ask for in that scenario. But it's Mizzou once again back on the attack, and Joe gets a good clear, but does not get the read on that as Rookie passes it past 1, but it's Megaroo finally the last man to beat. Does get on top of it. Is now Dylan along the sidewall, gets it up and above 1, and down to the last man once again. Doesn't get the touch he really wants off that. But there's no boost left for ETSU on that one. No boost left for the team, actually, if you look there in the corner, and Mizzou is going to capitalize on that. They just quick into the goal.
Yeah, Mizzou, like you said, the boost starve is just something that can't happen if you want to win this game. And with all 3 players for ETSU not having a single boost in their tank at all, that is just something that Mizzou able to easily capitalize on. Something they're going to look to continue to do. But ETSU, we saw them down 3-0 at this time. We know that they can make these comebacks happen. So they're going to be looking to take advantage of Mizzou's mistakes, which we know they might have unless they can regroup from what happened last game. But ETSU still trying to go strong. Here comes Joe trying to take a strong counterattack, but gets 50'd in the midfield, and that ball heads right back to Mizzou.
Right back, indeed. They're trying to get some pressure here, but it's not Joe. Gonna try to pass this up towards Dylan. Intercepted by Joe right in the middle. I know, I gotta differentiate my Joes. I can't just say Joe anymore. That's tearing me up. It'd be Joe from Missouri. It's T2. And some help for Missouri trying to take this left to the wall. Makes 1 miss. Now got 2 more to beat. Cannot make ETSU's Joe miss. He'll be on top of that. Does end up centering it towards midfield with the help of Rookie. Now Rookie off the backboard, going to try to send this down into the goal. So close. But Missouri gets saved by their own net. Now able to capitalize on that one is ETSU. Still 2 minutes left to play. Plenty of time and only down by 2. Of course, we saw more of a comeback last game. ETSU faced with another comeback. The odds are dwindling. It'll be now Joe from Mizzou. Going to try to send this cleared up and above, but Dylan gets a good hit towards the corner. Going to try to center it. It is centered. It's on target, actually. And that'll be a goal for ETSU. Back in this one quickly.
Two Cool Ninjas just slotting that one home. Meg couldn't get the read. And Two Cool Ninjas, luckily for us, could get that read perfectly top left corner. And ETSU, they're playing a little bit of safe ball right now is what I was trying to say. As you see, they're playing more reserve back, and then they're sending 2 guys at it because they're playing so reserved and don't know when to go. Something that they're going to want to do, again, with that confidence I was talking about last game. Their confidence is what's going to lead them to these wins, and right now they just don't look as confident as they need to be in order to take this series. They need to play a little bit more aggressive, if anything. Get that, or get the... what's the word? The vibes up, I guess. Just try to put in your mind that you're better than this team and you know you can beat them, and just show why. Just put so much pressure on them that they have no space to move. As ETSU going for one right here by doing that and just can't get it. As Mizzou with a good cutoff in that midfield.
It's a good cutoff. ETSU faced 2 ridiculous shots before that, but it was saves from, I believe, Rookie and Nacho in respectively, that kept that one out of the goal. Still just above a minute left. ETSU plenty of time, and now it's Rookie. Going to go for a double touch off the wall. He does. Not Joe set up well, but it'll be a 50. Barely a save from Mizzou. So now they're going to try to get a double touch of their own. It'll be Mizzou's Joe that gets on top of that one.
Just unfortunate overcommit. They got aggressive like they needed, but unfortunately just not able to get aggressive enough, quickly enough, is what I was trying to say. Yes. It looks like they had the opportunity, but they were just a little too slow to it. And Mizzou able to capitalize off that by having one guy cherry pick downfield and play that pass to perfection. So a minute remaining. ETSU, they're still in this, as here we go with Two Cool Ninjas trying to take the solo play, not able to. Pressure mounting again. Pop-up goes for Joe, but can't get it, as that's going to go right back to Rookie in the corner. Mizzou just trying to play it out right now, but can't get anything of it. And Meg trying to get one right back for Mizzou. Again, ETSU, they're just, every attempt that they're getting this game has just been shut down immediately, and Mizzou just holding strong, unless one right here off the crossbar, but the 4th man saves the day for Mizzou.
And it was so close, but now Mizzou's going to get their chance. Rookie is back to make the save, but T going to do a good job off the back wall, going to keep this one in play. Rookie making the play once again to clear it out and away. ETSU only 15 seconds left. This is their last little push of pressure they're going to get. As now it's Dylan trying to get it over towards Rookie, who was at midfield, but it'll be disrupted in this one with 9 seconds left. Maybe falling short. Not Joe forced to make a save, and this one is going to send it away.
Just unfortunate how you want to finish that game 4. Something that could have put you on triple match point, but now this series is going to be right back even, Carson. Something that we might see happen and go to a game 7. If we can go to a best of 5 in game 5, or game 5 and a best of 5, then we could definitely get a game 7 and best something.
Yes, easily. Back and forth, this has been so far. Actually, it literally has been one, then the other, then the other, then the other. Looks like we're continuing that trend here with this one. Ball just got to hit ground. Mizzou, keep it in the air, trying to get that last one. Finally able to send it in the ground, and we'll be moving on towards the next game. But that one's a tough one, because I feel like ETSU kind of lost a lot of their, I don't know what to call it in that one. It's just, I don't want to say aura, because that just sounds stupid.
Say, like,
but
momentum?
Yeah, the momentum switch after that second goal really hit. It was, everything kind of came to a complete halt on our side. And we started playing safe, trying to make sure, let's make sure they don't get this next one, instead of taking the chances that were given to us, I guess.
I mean, Mizzou, again, last game, they went up that 3-0, and then they tried getting a little bit too aggressive, and then ETSU started reading that, and then played it to perfection to get their goals right back and take the win. So Mizzou, once they got that lead, they didn't want to take that at risk again, so they immediately started playing a little bit more safe. That's why you saw the defense looking a lot stronger for them, only 4-1 compared to what was 4-3 for ETSU.
Yeah.
So they're going to be looking to keep doing that. Just try to score quick, and then just keep the defense strong, and then take advantage on the counterattack. Something that we saw heavily for them in ETSU, they're going to have to stop that. Demos, bumps, anything that you can get to throw into the fray to ensure that they get this one right back.
Yes, make them make a save is really what this is going to come to. Make them make a save. This one going to have to be a wild one for ETSU. They're going to have to play aggressive. And I think this middle ground of being at 0-0 is going to be what is most important, no matter what happens. I mean, even if ETSU goes up or Mizzou goes up, I mean, this is going to be the most important time of pretty much every match that they're going to play here. I mean, got to get that momentum in their favor, and this is when you can kind of play at your most aggressive, really, is when you're sitting at 0-0.
And right now, you don't treat this like a best of 7, you treat it like a best of 3. Like you said, 0-0, so anything can happen in ETSU. They're going to be looking to take it strong here and get that double match point. So Rookie, he's taken up to the sidewall, but can't get the read as Meg. Still that counter defense from Mizzou just playing strong, especially the backboard has been holding well and almost a great counter attack opportunity for ETSU, but an unfortunate touch. He's going to keep it right back on that orange half, and Rookie playing it middle. Here comes the passing plays. T2, he gets a good touch, but is anyone there to follow? Shot, not enough, as Not Joe puts it right back to the Mizzou Joe, and this game is still level at 0 apiece.
Still plenty left to go. Megaroo trying to take this up with no boost, though. It's going to be easily stolen by ETSU. It's Not Joe dumping it off towards Dylan. He gets it off the back wall, and now it'll be Rookie to make a play on it. He does bail as it's going to fall towards midfield. Not Joe's going to be the best one to get on top of this. Makes an easy save, but a necessary one. It's now to be Dylan to try to take this up ahead. Going to be Byrne not able to get on top of that for the 50, and ETSU struggling with boost. They've got to get some of these corners. They're not able to, and now the pressure is going to come from Mizzou, and they're going to capitalize on it. Megaroo, open it up.
Some unfortunate double commit for ETSU as Meg, like I said, landing right on that boost, and unfortunately for Joe and Cool Ninjas, just a little bit of a miscommunication that, you know, it just falters them, and unfortunately that's going to lead to a 1-0 lead for Mizzou. Something that they're going to look to hold on to this. They learned their mistakes from game 2, and they're going to, or sorry, game 3, and they're going to be looking to hold on to it right now, as we see Mizzou Joe holding on, as it's going to be challenged by Rookie. Now 2 Cool Ninjas trying to play it into the middle. I'm still getting used to the 2 Joes. Like, we've been here all day, and I'm still getting used to the 2 Joes. But even so, ETSU, they're still putting on good pressure, especially onto the blue half, but they just got to get it past that blue defense. And right now, that's going to be right here, as 2 Cool Ninjas able to put it in the back of the net off a great pass. And those are the passing plays that ETSU will need to succeed.
What a phenomenal setup from Not Joe, and of course Dylan perfectly placed to make this goal. ETSU tying it up. We got a competitive one already. Still plenty of time left to play. 3.5 minutes.
ETSU, that's going to get the momentum back into their corner. As right now, that 50 going right back to Joe, and Joe trying to get a shot on target. Rookie can follow this up. He actually opts to leave it for 2 Cool Ninjas, as he has a boost, and Rookie doesn't. That one's going to go right back middle. Here comes the press onto that blue half. Something that whenever ETSU takes advantage of, they take advantage of it well. But right now, Mizzou able to get one bang right back on, and Rookie able to take control as 2 Cool Ninjas dives with him. That ball is in a dangerous area for ETSU. They got to get this cleared. Floating into the front of the net. The pass about to come out from Mizzou Joe. Can anyone follow? A great save on the back line, but it's still in a dangerous position.
I mean, the pressure from Mizzou has been relentless so far after ETSU was able to score that goal, and here comes another one. Not Joe. Able to get it out and away, but it's going to fall towards midfield once again. Dylan, the first one on top of him, he's going to try to make one miss. He does, as now he's only got one more to beat, but it'll bounce off the wall, and it's an awkward bounce from him and the ball. And now Mizzou going to be able to take this one out in the way, but a good 50 from the help of Rookie, keeping this one in play. Now Megaroo going to try to take this one out in the way. It's off the sidewall, but that's not going to be much of a clear, as ETSU is going to gain control quickly. Now comes the offensive strike from ETSU. Not Joe almost slips it past 2, but only makes one miss. Mizzou makes the save on that one. A clear from T comes out there. Mizzou now going to get the pressure they need themselves. So it's going to be hanging in the corner. Dylan, a great clear up towards Not Joe. Almost a beautiful play from the 2 there, just not able to connect there at the end. Still just under 2 minutes left, and ETSU keeping good pressure here.
ETSU has been able to do something that has looked a little rough the past 2 games, even though they did win that game 3 like we were talking about. It's just the pressure has been stuck on that blue half, and that's something that they need to capitalize on. They keep getting it onto it, but they got to put it in the back of the net for it to count. So Joe playing the passing plays. Here comes the 1-2 opportunity, but that one's going to be saved out from Mizzou. Still onto that blue half, though, as the offense is still continuing. Joe taking it off. 2 Cool Ninjas pass. The ball is going right in the net, and what a pinch from Joe. That one's going to roll right into the net, and 2-1 lead. ETSU right back on top where they belong.
What a nasty pinch. Oh my gosh, I was actually astounded. I don't know if you saw me over here. I was astounded by that. I was like, there's no way. Just a beautiful pinch and exactly how you want to get back on top of it. So you know Missouri's mad about that one.
And now in Missouri, they got to get something right back if they don't want to head into, like I said, double match point. Something that can get in your head because you know that you are on your last lifeline as a shot going on target there. But Two Cool Ninjas, just a wonderful save to keep it out. Still over a minute remaining, so Mizzou has time, but they got to get something cooking. Right now, Two Cool Ninjas ensuring he's got the fire extinguisher in there because he does not want this team to end up cooking and burning the kitchen down. So he's trying to hold down soft right now. Is that shot going to go right on target? It actually goes high as Joe from Mizzou going to play it right back in. Tries to get it back down to another teammate. Meg getting a shot on target, but Joe, great save. And not Joe is showing why. Again, he's the better Joe. He's been playing so insane this game and this series, and he's looking to hold on strong for his team.
Looking to hold on strong. Just above 30 seconds left. ETSU going to be able to clear this one out in the way. Not Joe, though, has no boost here, and he's kind of in a dangerous position, as it'll be Mizzou's Joe that'll be on top of it. Rookie with a beautiful 50 in the air, going to be able to try to clear this one up and away. Mizzou not able to get any real pressure here. Finally to get some, and it's Dylan who makes one save, and a second comes through with the help of Rookie. Now not Joe all alone up top, just walks this one away and just kind of wasting as much time of Mizzou's as possible, and gets a good little 50 there in the corner. I don't know if you saw that, but that was kind of nasty, as now there's only 7 seconds left, and it's kind of the territory Mizzou has to keep this in the air. They want the score 1-2, but ball got to hit ground, and Rookie spikes it straight into the ground, and ETSU going to close out that one and force match point.
Yeah, Rookie saying no chances for you. Puts that one right into the ground, and double match point for ETSU on your championship match. 3-2 series in this best of 7. They are on a roll, and they do not want to stop.
No. Not at all, and they are looking good. What a way to get it done, too, and I really like they're at that ending sequence. I mean, how much control they showed, especially up in, I mean, that's a stressful scenario, and for Joe to just take that one up and away and just kind of walk it to their end, like, not hitting away, not clearing, not saying, oh, I got to clear this, oh, got to sit myself back in a defensive position. No, he walked that one forward and wasted as much time as possible. Like, he wasted a good 10, 15 seconds of just Mizzou's time of them just trying to fight with him for the ball.
I mean, a lot of teams, they discuss whether or not whenever you're up by a goal, especially with that low, a time, do you keep the pressure on? Do you not switch anything up and try to take advantage, try to get one more? Yeah. Or do you pretty much just, like, park the bus? You know, you just sit in net, just play as defensive heavy as you can to ensure that you keep that lead. And one time, or, you know, you choose one scenario, the other might work, the other, you know, it's all based on just situational. And right there, ETSU just playing it perfectly to ensure that they hold on to that lead. And that's all they needed to get that Game 5 win. So heading into Game 6, all they need is one win. Mizzou needs 2 to even have a chance. So ETSU looking better out of the 2 halves right now, and they are looking to end this season on a high note, not just for them, but for ETSU as a whole.
Yes, and now the pressure really mounts for Mizzou. I mean, you're sitting now, you have to win 2 in a row. It's not just, oh, we can win this one, and oh, you know, we got one more we can lose. No, that was last round. Now this round, you got to win 2 in a row, and it's got to be, you got to play pretty much flawlessly from here on out. ETSU sitting good, but that doesn't mean for us you can take off the pressure. We have to keep that going. We cannot sit back and say, oh, we've got one map to play with. No, close them out here. Run them over. Don't let them gain any ground. As here we jump into Game 6.
I can't leave anything off the field. Everything's got to be here, right now. Game 6, ETSU 3-2 series score. Just need one more, and they're going to look to take the bull by the horns, and they're going to go strong as they try to get it right back onto that blue half. But Mizzou trying to play the counterattack into the orange. A great save from Rookie. He's going to keep it in. So here we go. Counterattack, another shot going on target, but just not able to get the reach as Mizzou's Joe ends up getting that one. Still amounting for ETSU. Mizzou finally able to get somewhat of a clear, and that's going to float in the middle net. A dangerous spot. Drop comes out, but no man's there to follow for Mizzou. So ETSU saved by the bell just barely.
So dangerous. I was grabbing my hair there. I was actually getting really nervous that hanging in such dangerous territory, but thank goodness Mizzou was caught elsewhere. Be a demo. ETSU that comes out, although they're not going to be able to get much on top of it. It's Mizzou who had control when the demo came out. They are going to get a little bit of a loose shot going there, but now it's a demo for the side of Mizzou. ETSU down. Rookie with a pinch along the wall. Going to try to clear this one up and away. But T does a great job of stealing it and sending it down towards Megaru. Mizzou gets some offensive pressure now. They send it across towards the other side. Now down towards net, but it'll be not Joe in goal to clear it up and away towards Rookie. I'm going to go off the wall, trying to center it towards midfield with the help of Dylan. Makes one man miss, but the demo comes through. ETSU loses a lot of the pressure they had there with that.
ETSU, they're still doing a good job as a shot going on target, but a great save from Tuco Ninja. Keep that out and keep this game level. Now another shot going out on target, but it's just going to be a low roller. So just going to have all the time he needs. Goes for the boost as he allows Rookie to take control. Gets it past one. This one taken slowly as it's now 1v1 situation. That bang's just going to come out. Mizzou just playing the safe game right now. They don't want to allow anything in the back of their net. So ETSU, they're going to try to take advantage. Mizzou a little shaken up here. So almost a good read from Tuco Ninjas, but not able to get it. A shot going out on target and the passing plays going through for Mizzou. They played a little safe there and it opened up enough space to take the aggressor whenever it came to it. And actually it wasn't a passing play. It was a self-pass to Meg as T just getting the misread and it works out perfectly.
You hate to see it, but it's a good play from Mizzou when they strike themselves up kind of in the middle of the game here. Still just above 2:30 left to play. Plenty of time as now ETSU has to get some pressure of their own going. Mizzou has been all over it so far and may get themselves another chance, but it's a good steal from Rookie. The 50 goes the way of Mizzou, although Dylan is ending up going to be the first one on top of it. He gets demoed himself and sends it right towards Mizzou as now it's in their control once again. 50 at midfield sends this in perfect position for T to make a play on it. But it's a great play from Dylan to make Megaroo miss, sends it right up and above him. Now ETSU kind of forcing Mizzou back. They're trying to keep this offensive pressure up, and it's almost a good play from Mizzou's Joe. But ETSU makes the better one, keeping this away from the goal. It's 3 good chances from Mizzou, and now 1 from ETSU. Joe back to make the save off the back wall. Is someone at midfield, and that's Rookie, but it's not going to be through as it's a block from Mizzou. Almost a beautiful chance. ETSU stop short of that one.
Mizzou just moving as a pack. You see either all 3 of them upfield or all 3 of them back. They're just playing with each other right now, which is something that you think might be unstoppable. But ETSU, they have the openings. They can actually take advantage because when all 3 of them push up, all you need is 1 good clear, and that's a pretty open net. So they're going to be looking to take advantage of it right here. As, again, all 3 players from Mizzou playing upfield. The bang coming out for Tuco Ninjas. The cut has to come out for Rookie to even have a chance, but he gets dusted. So that's going to be right back into the middle. The passing plays, but a good read from our Joe. Is going to keep that one right back in, and that's going to go back wall now for Rookie. He's taking his time with it, trying to go around, but there's going to be the Mizzou Joe there trying to play past middle. T2 way too awkward. He overcommits. This is another opportunity for ETSU. Double touch coming out. The bumps are coming out. We need someone to be on that ball, but unfortunately, no press is coming out, and ETSU has the opportunity still, but just so much pressure from Mizzou is just faltering this chances as we get one right here. So wide open net. All he has to do is put it on target. Tuco Ninjas, too cool for school, and that one's right in the back of the net. And ETSU tie this one back up, and they are still alive.
They finally got the clear they needed with the help of Rookie and Dylan. Able to send that one home. A beautiful chance, and yes, tied up once again. Back at 1 apiece. Under a minute left, too. Not much time at all. May see an overtime, although I say that may not. As Dylan makes 2 miss, cannot make the third as Megaroo able to get back there with all of his boost. Saves that one. Almost a beautiful chance. Oh my gosh.
I was getting flashbacks of last week. If you remember him getting the 2 fakes and getting the goal in the back of the net, I seriously thought he was about to pull that off again to take it for the win. But right now, that pressure right back onto this orange half as a save coming out with low boost for Rookie. So they got to try to get this pressure relieved, and they got to do it quick as Mizzou Joe is now going to play some pressure, but not enough, and it's going to get right back into it. Demo coming out. Here comes the 50s, the midfield. Shot goes on target. Tuco Ninjas, great save, but it's still not enough. The pressure coming through. Tuco Ninjas gets the beat. It's only a 1v, it's actually a 2v2 as Rookie now playing in the midfield. The bumps come out. This could be an opportunity. It's floating in front of the net. 1 second remains, and just barely hits the ground. We have overtime of what could have been the final goal of ETSU season ending in a win.
Oh, that would hurt me so bad. It was right there. It's now to be Mizzou's Joe taking a chance on goal. Blocked easily by ETSU. We've got ourselves overtime. Anything can happen here, and this one might be in and through, but it's Mizzou's Joe who gets back on top of that one. Made the play on the ball earlier and makes the save there. He is all over the field. It's almost a goal for Mizzou, but they send this one wide. It is a complete missed shot on that one. Saves ETSU, but it's another shot from Joe. Mizzou's pressure is mounting. ETSU has to clear this up and away. There's only so many of those they can save. They are able to, and ETSU got to get some pressure now. It's sent towards midfield, but no one able to get on top of it, so it's sent across.
My heart can't take this, Carson. My heart can't take this. I know the players are probably feeling more nervous than we are, but as a caster, watching just for any of the fans out there watching this, you have to be wondering what's going to happen next. Because trust me, if we didn't know what was going to happen next, this wouldn't be as entertaining. So ETSU, they're looking to put the press right back on as a clear is going to come out to the corner. A boost grab's going to happen for Mizzou, but it's not going to be enough as rookie. Trying to push his way through, 50 coming out, it's going to be a long way, so Tuco Ninjas trying to recover. He's going for the double. Come on, Tuco Ninjas can't get the shot, but just barely over the net. It's still pressure. The shot going off on the sidewalk, and not Joe! He plays it off the wall, and that's all he needs to send the one home, and ETSU are your NACE plus varsity champions. 4-2 against a team that they lost to earlier this season. The revenge match ends up with a banger.
You cannot ask for a better ending than that in overtime, reaching almost, I believe it was over a minute in overtime. Beautiful way to end that out. I heard them in the arena screaming behind me. That is awesome. And I'm actually astounded. That was such a ridiculous overtime. That was shot after shot from both teams, too. I mean, we saw our own team make ridiculous saves there at the end. I'm still hearing them scream behind me. That is so funny, but that is just perfect.
All right, well, you saw it there. ETSU playing strong. We saw why Tuco Ninjas. He put on a show. Rookie, he had so much control on that. And then Joe showing why he was the better Joe in that lobby. You can't make this up. The gameplay was just amazing. ETSU showing strong when they needed to. And the overtime win, you just can't make it up.
No.
It's just so perfect. And just a great way to end your season on ETSU. They're riding the high right now, and they are not going to be living this one down, as again, they are your 2025 NACE Spring Varsity Plus champions.
Yes, they are. We actually are going to have them coming in here whenever they get their butts over here for an interview. We'll let them celebrate for a little bit, but they'll be over here eventually whenever they decide to. I don't know when that is, but I'll let you interview them as well. I'll hand over my mic, and they can all huddle around like a little campfire or something like that. But oh my. Oh my goodness. But that is just perfect. Division champions right there, I guess. What is that? Varsity Plus champions. Yeah. That is just ridiculous. Perfect way to finish the season for gold. A perfect way of sports. I mean, it's just a beautiful season when you look at it. They started off strong at the beginning of the season. Then they had, I believe it was, because this team, there's the second team they played all year. And then they ended up losing. It was a close game. And then they won the one after that. And they had 2 losses after that. And then from then on out,
they just didn't look back.
No.
You get a bye in the first round, so you were given the week to kind of be discuss with your team. Okay, we can do our scrims here. We can figure out what we need to get going for this playoff, right? Then you go into your first one, and then again, perfect sweep. Like, you couldn't make that up. They used their week off to perfection.
Yes.
Reviewed everything perfectly and put it into action just when you needed to. And now you're in the grand finals. This is where it matters most. You got to put what you've learned in the past 2 weeks into here. Everything that's mattered over the past season comes down to this. And they get the upset as Mizzou actually ranked as the 3rd seed for this. And ETSU was ranked as the 20th.
Oh my God, I'm looking at that right now. That is crazy. Look at that. We pulling off a ridiculous upset then there in that game. Beautiful, beautiful way to finish it out. Okay.
All right. Well, it looks like we just got word that we're about to get to the interviews here in a second. As you see there, a little bit of a sneak preview from Lee.
They can huddle around my mic like a little campfire. I said that's fine. If you don't want to connect any of the others. Or
sure if all 3 of them are going to come in. Test, 1, 2, test, yeah.
Did that work? Okay.
All right. It's a little scuff, but we're getting things rolling. As we, like I said, we will see here if your ETSU boys will get here in a second. I'm excited for them. I know we heard them screaming. Again, we talked about the vibes, and that just showed you can hear them through the walls.
Yes,
the vibes
they were
are
loud.
through the roof right now, and they are riding it as we have our first man of the hour, Joe, the better Joe of the 2 in the lobby.
How's it going,
How are
people?
you feeling tonight, Joe?
We're feeling pretty ecstatic today. We did real good work today.
Yes.
Much better team than we were at the start of the semester. A lot of improvements overall. That was a fantastic game. I couldn't be more proud of my team right now. We're flying high today.
And, I mean, hey, take that while you can, soar with it. And as I said to Carson earlier, you might have heard, but I said, I asked him if cows could fly because I said, we know the stakes are high right now. And they surely were.
That's a real knee slapper.
No, but the reason I said this is because it's the championship match. You got to put everything into it, and y'all did perfectly with that. And just it was executed so beautifully in front of our eyes, and it was just some exciting gameplay to see.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for casting all season. Really appreciate it. Thank everybody for watching. This wouldn't be happening if it weren't for you guys. So thank you very much for rooting us on.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw in chat, but Landon actually put everybody else's soul but his own on the line for this match, by the way. So,
well, I mean, they got their souls.
Yes,
so
they did get their
won
souls.
it. Yeah,
they got to keep their souls.
Yeah, they got it. So.
Oh, my gosh. But that was beautiful. I mean, that was a spectacle from y'all there. Winning in overtime, too. I mean, especially, come on, because this is a team that y'all, what did y'all lose? 3-2, I believe, in the regular season to them?
I think it was 3-1, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was a bit harsher.
Yeah. I mean, y'all came back in this one, especially them being ranked so high of a seed, too. I mean, 3, and y'all sitting here at 20. I mean, that's just perfect. Y'all came out and showed them business.
Yeah, well, I mean they played great. They proved that they were supposed to be there today, so it was a great game, honestly.
Great way to send it home.
Yeah. So all we can do is we're going to grind up over the summer. We're going to get our ranks up, and then we're going to be in Division II next season. We're going to be playing a lot better people, like compared to the people that were playing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody we played is really good, right?
Yeah.
But we only got to keep going up.
Yeah, got to keep moving up.
Or we wouldn't be doing this. So, next season, Division II, higher players, no matter what, and it'll be hopefully some more interesting games for y'all.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Well, yeah, I think he's the only one coming in today.
Oh.
Yeah.
No one else wanted to join?
Yeah, they're getting a little bit of cold feet. They're like, why don't you go ahead? I
Oh,
couldn't force
camera
them in.
shy.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I couldn't force them in.
I will say this, though. That the pinch that you had with the other Joe putting it into their net to take that lead.
What game was that?
I believe that was game 5 whenever y'all went up 3-2 because of that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, very interesting. Or I think we were screaming more. We actually heard you through the wall.
Yes.
Whenever y'all came back down 3-0 with less than a minute and a half remaining, y'all just had some amazing gameplay shown out. And, again, the score shows why. 4-2, y'all end up on top. That's what needs to happen. Exactly does, as we can actually see.
There's
Dylan.
my teammate right there.
Y'all can't
wanna
see
come
it, but he
inside.
can. The go-to Cool Ninjas playing well, and you just got to give credit to yourself, your teammates, everything that makes this game what it is, and how well y'all played as a team. Because the chemistry has it feels like you can't make it up. The chemistry just feels so good right now.
Well, I can't just glaze myself. It's a team game. If I didn't have the right teammates, then we wouldn't have won. So all props to them. I can sit here and talk about myself all day, but they put in the real work.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff. Anyway, I guess that is all from here in the booth. That's all we got going on this Monday. Anyway, thank y'all for joining us here on stream, or whether you're here in the cave as well. It's been a great night, of course, winning the championship. Looking forward to next year. Hope y'all have a great night. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you guys so much.
Bye.